Got 1 minute exactly, so trying to fire this up. See how we look. Good. All right, let's set this here. I'm going to make some announcements tonight, so hopefully if you're listening live, you can, don't take notes, but you can come back and revisit it when it gets saved. All right? About 30 seconds out. And like I said, I have some announcements, but today we're going to focus mainly on requirements for Keup, Blue Belt. Of course, that leads up everything before that, so we'll warm up with that, and then we'll stop and focus on forms for Blue, Page Ojang, and all the other requirements that you may be curious about. All right, let's bow. Hi, again, Friday, February. Good Lord. Friday, May 29th. Time stands still. It's not February, it's May 29th. Okay, announcements. If you have not received an email, I hope so, because we've sent it out to everybody. And if you haven't seen it on Facebook, look there, because Monday, the 1st of January. All right. This coming Monday, June 1st, we'll be opening with restrictions and according to the protocols from Monroe County. If you don't know those, it's a good time to read those because it applies to everywhere you may go if you go outside your house. And again, one thing we have, if you're sick, stay home. You got a temperature, coughing, sneezing, you're uncertain, you're just not feeling right, don't come to class. Simple as that. Don't go out in public either, especially now. It's not all, and we're going to have to wear a mask in here because we can maintain 6 feet, ideally, if everybody stays in their space, but it's a lot easier for everybody just to be covered in masks. Same if you go out. Wear a mask. It's not just about you feeling sick. It's about easy transmissibility of this disease. You give it to somebody, and then they give it to their grandma or their sick brother, that has compromised respiratory system. They could die from that. So take that into account and wear a mask. It looks cool anyway. Masks are much cooler than no mask. All right, I sent out the email, I sent it again. You're gonna wash your hands. Always wash your hands, 20 seconds. You know the rules. You've been talking about this. We talk about this going in from flu season, so about 6 months to now, right? And it's been everywhere. Wash your hands. We're gonna have hand sanitizer when you come in and when you come out. So use that. We're gonna try to stagger classes, meaning ending them at the correct time and starting the other ones so people can get out the door while the others come in. So don't come to class early, super early, 5 minutes before. Come dressed. Dressing rooms are closed. Bring water if you need water. Water fountain is closed. We don't want you undressing in the bathroom. It's just time efficiency and less contact with everybody, so in and out. I talked about that. There's going to be a 20 limit number. A limit of 20 students per class. And we do have classes that go beyond that. So what we need you to do is go to if you're a beginner, blue belt and below, purple belt and below, come to the 510 classes, the beginner's classes. If you're above that, unless you're a designated assistant instructor or instructor, come to the advanced class, blue belt and above. And if it gets too crowded, we can shift it up to brown belt and above and make it a more advanced class. Right now, we're going to go from there. And please email me with not your preference. Tell me when you're coming. You got to make plans. So make plans and let me know. If you show up and we got too many people, you can't come to class unless you're signed up. You'll have to go home. So take that into account. It's simple to plan your day. Pick 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. It's fine. Pick them, come. And then it's first come, first serve after that. So if you show up and happens to be a light class, you might luck out. All right. Ideally, we're probably going to have a small waiting room, so parents, if you can wait elsewhere, that'd be great. If you're dropping off and picking up, please do that on time as well. Standard, sneeze into your elbow or tissue, wash your hands after. We can excuse you for that. And keep our distance. We're set up to have a nice 6 foot distance. Our lanes are 6 feet wide. We have 6 lanes and we have black marks. So we have enough for at least 20 people, including an instructor or two, which will be in the front. All right, that's a big amount of announcements. I know it's a lot. It's overwhelming a little bit, but it's common sense. How about that? So let's do that, and then let's get started for sure. For real, for sure. Use your guide as a guide. And today, blue belts. All right, I'll put this here. I might refer back to it when we get a break. All right, start right here. And I encourage you to keep practicing. I'm not getting as much classes in. I think I say that every class I teach, which is once a week now. So I'm teaching 8 times less, probably 7 or 8 times less than what I normally teach. I can tell. Cardio is not there. Man, I get tired. Youngins or whatever. If you're doing other things, great. But it's a little bit too late to get your cardio up. I imagine coming back. We're going to keep classes slow and steady to get to just the beginning. It's time to review. I know everybody's not been working super hard necessarily. If you have great and hip circles, then you're going to need to catch back up. If you can remember back when you started, it was the first couple classes were tough, and maybe the first couple months were tough. It's just movements you don't normally do. Kicking, especially, unless some people do a lot of it. No, the majority of people don't learn kicking and punching unless you're training martial arts, boxing, kickboxing, all that stuff. We're still going to figure out Hapkido. There's a lot of Hapkido that does not involve close contact. Fundamentals, really. Footwork is something. Everything is footwork and balance for a lot of that stuff, and it's a good time to work out. That's why we encourage all Hapkido students to also take Taekwondo, because that will keep your kicks, your strikes, and the forms which have returns, which sets you up for really easy Hapkido throws, takedowns, footwork, manipulation of your opponent. Doing my ankles right now. And good. And I'm really just going to run down, like I said, student guide is great. This is the back sheet of it. It's a summary. It's actually our test sheet, but it's a summary of everything you need to know for blue belt. I'll refer to it, make sure we get in all of our hand strikes and our kicks, advanced kicks. So we're going to run all the way up to those. Kicks for, let me just read through them. All right, kicks for blue belt, new kicks, back crescent. Everybody's done that probably. Lead leg kicks, which we'll work on that as a drill. And then the dreaded drop back spin, which is kind of hard to practice unless you have a lot of room. So we'll go through that. I'll give you some short distance practice for that. And then we have a couple new techniques that are in our forms, really. Yeah, they're all in our forms except for the elbow parts and the leopard's paw. All right, good. One steps are freestyle. So if you're not doing your one steps, run through all your one steps. You can do them as many little bitty forms and practice them that way. Well, let's start. All right, I'm going to start running through my kicks. So I'm going to do a right leg back fighting stance. Nothing new. Again, fighting stance review. This is front fighting stance. That's where we're working from. More like than sides fighting stance. Right. Front fighting stance. Big. Gonna go knee up, switch. Knee up, switch. Yes, I know. It's the routine I usually use to warm up. Okay, all right, here we go. Count. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, switch each time. Here we go. And one of those requirements is counting to 10. There we go. In Korean. Hands stay up. I'm going to stay on the right side. Circle out. And then come right back to your stance. 2. Stay balanced. Sit. Knit. 하사, 야사. Big circles, you go. Big high knees, go. Other. Hop. Go. Switch. I intended to wear a mask tonight and forgot to bring one. And I should be keeping one in the car, but forgot. Left leg, Hana, just to see how it felt too. I worked in the garage, my garage, wood shop, doing stuff with a mask on, keep going my face. And it was different. If you wear glasses, they're gonna fog. Healthcare workers can attest to that. And there's ways to prevent that. So if you wear glasses, you might try your mask. And if it fogs, you're not gonna switch. You're not gonna see too much in here, but it's not ideal. So we'll see how it goes. All right, good, fine stance. Gonna go switching each time, cross. Like you're gonna throw a half moon or more like intro to a roundhouse. Half pivot, switch each time. Not, if it hurts, slow it, go lower. Couple more. 1, 2, 3, and right leg back. And right leg is up tuggy. 1, switch, 2, switch, 3, switch, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. Now 4 more. 1, 2, 3, hasa. Okay. So, fighting stance. Let's do this off the front leg, or just your left leg. So, what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to pull on the sideways. You can stay that way. I'm going to lift my knee. I'm not going to lean back. Pick my leg at the kick. I want to lift my knee up, pull it out. So if I did it in slow motion, I would fall forward. It's a different kick, but it forces you to not be able to do this. It forces you to get it out and get it back before you fall. So let's do it that way. 5 on each leg. Ready? So I'm leaning forward. I'm working from fighting stance today. Front fighting stance. So 1. So you're not going to get as high, but drag your knee up. 2. Weight has to go to the other foot, but don't lean back on your laurels on your back. 3, 4, and 5. Switch. Right leg. Same thing. Fighting stance. Ball of feet. Lean forward. 1, 2. Sit. Dip. Drag your knee up. Switch. Again, left leg. Come back to fighting stance. 2. Sit. Dip. Looks this way. How's that? Switch. 1, 2. Sit. Dip. How's that? I don't know what that looks like. Yeah, not too silly. Alright. Lead leg up tuggy. Alright. Okay. Right leg by fighting stance. Bottom tuggy, half moon. 1. Right leg on 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry if I'm confusing you on this. I'm mixing them up on purpose. Off the lead leg. Again, from front fighting stance. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You find yourself creeping forward on this. That's it. That's what you're looking for. Switch. Left leg back. Leg 1. Same leg 2, 3, half moon 4, 5. Front leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's harder to do, I know. That's the point. Fighting stance. Right leg back. Twist kick. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Off the lead leg, which is your left. Fighting stance. Now, lean back on the back stance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Always come back to that balance. A little bit forward, lean fighting stance. Switch. Left leg again. Back leg. Twist kick. Beat chuggy. Shoulder chuggy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lead leg. 1, 2, sit, knit, ta-ta. Different ways to do that, right? Switch. We're gonna get 10 each kick, front, 5 on front, 5 on back. Yeah, figure that out, right? Fighting stance, 8. Coming into our crescent kicks. Inside crescent. Another tuggy, 1. Back leg, 2. High as you can, 3, 4, 5. No switch, just right leg stays back. Lead leg, 1. You're gonna have to throw it up, 2, 3. You're gonna have to lift it up, 4, 5. Not really a practical one, but that's fine. Switch. Works on your flexibility, your strength. Left leg back. Under your tuggy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Off the right leg, lead leg. Right stance. 1. Ooh, ugly. 2. Hard. 3, 4. This would be a skipping kick normally. It would not be something you might skip and do this. Switch, but we're doing it. We're not doing it that way. Right leg back, funny stance. Pakadori tagi, pakodori tagi, outside crescent kick, outside crescent kick. Funny stance. 1, 2, sit, in, kata, leg, 1, 2, sit, in, kata. Switch. Left leg again. Back leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Front leg. 1, 2. Give it up front. Sit. Knit. Ah, so hard. Switch. Right leg back. All right, good. A few more kicks, and we'll get to the focus on blue belts. Side kick. Yup, chuggy. Ready? Right leg back. And 1, 2. Good poke, good technique. Here, 3. Balance. 4. Put it down, or you come all the way back. And 5. Which is a little harder. 3. Oh, no. 5. Leg. This is the hardest one. Harder one. So I'm gonna still come up chamber. This usually would be done from side stance, but since we're not side stance, we're in front fighting. 1. Lead leg. 2, 3. So you gotta pivot and then kick. 4 and 5. Switch. Back left leg. Up tuggy. 1, 2. Sit. 4 and 5. 1. Still got your lead leg, right leg forward. Kicking up tuggy off that leg. 1, 2. Again, it's going to be, it would be more normally from a side or from more than be done with a skip. So if you do a little bit of a skip replace, that's fine. 3. That's what I'm doing. 4. You're going to want to cover ground anyway, so 5. It's going to be, that's the way it's going to be thrown. Switch. And you're working on, if you're working on technique and endurance, yeah, you can go boom. And hold it out there if you can. If you can't, don't do it. Hold the wall and do it if you want. See? Tough. All right? Go to tuggy. Round kick. Come back here. Same, similar chamber, rechamber. Go. 1, 2. Sit. Full pivot though. Knit. And toss out. Right? Lead leg, doyle tuggy. Front kick. Sorry, left leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. And switch. Left leg back. Same leg. Roundhouse from the back leg. 1, 2. Sit. Knit. ta. And the lead leg. Tuggy. Front faces. 1, 2. Sit. Knit. Yeah, you can see me almost doing it as a skip, and that's fine. That's fine. Very good. All right. Let me consult the guide of kicks. We've got skipping kicks. Did that last time. Hook kicks. Backside kicks. Everybody good with those? Backside. Yeah. Jumping kicks. We cover those in most classes. I'm not going to cover them today. Purple. Back spin we did last week, but I'm going to come back and do the counter. The confused kick to that, which is back crescent, which generally, for whatever reason, probably should come before back spin, but it's not. Yeah. However, we could. That's the way it is now. That's the way we keep it. All right. Good. Fighting stance. So back crescent. If you were in a front fighting stance, you wouldn't want to necessarily throw it from there at somebody in front of you. If they're over here, perfect. Why? Yeah, right, because your heel can see the target. So you want to be in a position where you're either going to be in a position where you can see the heel can see the target, or put yourself in that position by either stepping, right? Stepping front, so that heel by this leg kick, or just shifting, which is a little bit of a tell, but that's okay. Telling me and showing them what you're getting ready to do, which you don't necessarily want to do. But back with all that in mind, you got that. We'll assume you got that down. We're gonna go from here. We're gonna turn high. Which kick am I doing? Backside, back crescent, back spin, jumping back versions. Yeah, you don't know. That's the idea. Boom, it's there. So on the back crescent, I do an outside crescent. Turn, outside crescent. Ball your foot. Yeah, I'm squatting down a little bit so that it'll translate to jump. And it helps keep you on the balls of your feet. You don't want to do this on your heel. Let me try it on my heel. You always fall back. If you're having problems with staying on the ball of your feet, think about jumping. But don't let your bottom foot get off the ground. Keep your knees flexed, and you'll be able to rise up through that kick. It's a good one, common movement for all of those. All right, let's try this. Not too fast. Technique more. I'm going to cheat a little bit, right? It's 1. And you can stick your hand out and assume you're kicking the TV or whatever you're watching. Me, camera. You probably not got a camera. Or whatever. Something in front of you. Right here. Pick target. Before we go. That was 1. Here's 2. 2, I'm going to catch my target and kick it. 3. Okay, just catch up. Just in case. 4. Yeah, and you can lead with your hands if you want for that spin to get you going. And 5. Eventually eliminate that, unless you're intending to do it. Let's switch sides. So now I'm going to do my left leg. All right? Or my right leg. Here we go. Good. All right, turn. See your target. Yeah. Turn. See your target. Very good. Stay on the ball of your feet. 1, 2, 3. Wait a minute on the hill. I'm getting dizzy. 4. Catch your target. That'll help. And 5. Oh, what do I look like? I'm spinning. Looks like I'm falling over. Yeah, tough kick. Tough kick to make look pretty. Very good. Outside crescent. Come back to your left leg back. See your target. Meaning snap your head around. Yeah. Switch. See your target. See your target. See your target. At that point, right, it's just a turn. I'm in a weird position to throw an outside crescent. That's all it is. Good. Back crescent. Yeah, much easier than back spin. Less balance involved. You gotta be on the ball of your feet. Coming up, we did lead leg kicks. If you missed them, we did them just a minute ago in our warm-up. And drop back spin. We did back spin. Very good. Back spin is same intro. Same intro. Back spin. If I want to, so review. Yeah, just like that. boom. Don't pick your feet up. Make your feet have to come off the ground. They'll come off the ground or you'll fall over. All right, so we're gonna apply the same principle. Let's go back a little bit to drop back spin. So I'm gonna do the same turn, right? But instead, my front leg is gonna take a knee. So turn, take a knee, hands down, same side, a lot going on. Just like you're rolling out, put them in front, and then just keep your head up and your foot down. I don't know if I'm coming in the camera or not. Let me see. Yeah, not bad. And this is not a bad drill right here. Get your balance and do this. Listen, I'm gonna rewind. Cool. So let's do that kick again. Gonna be able to see my target. You can cheat with this one, right? Because I can do a step over when I do the turn, but let's not do that. Turn, drop, hands up. Grandmaster Richards likes to say it this way. Kicker's coming here. You turn, drop like you're walking away, deduct the kick, whap, and take out their baseline. Right, turn. You can cover up if you want, but don't forget to get your hands down. And don't drop your head. See what happens when you drop your head? Your foot goes up. So head up, foot down. The head up is catching your target. It's catching my big toe is always a good, somebody gave me that tip. Who gave me that tip? Mr. Wright, Hebrew Wright. So he gave me that tip. Hands down. I would drag that toe is not a bad thing too, because this is an ankle pick. Ankle level chop. Could be a knee. The lower the better. We'll say that for now. Better for our fingers when we're holding. All right? Got it? Let's try to speed a little bit. Generally, we're going to have you do a rollout and do this, but not today. Drop, back, spin. Ours drops to our knee. The advanced one is not to the knee. Don't do that one. You might torque your knee, and you got to be down on it. And some only do that one. It's harder to do. So drop, back, spin on the knees. Here, drop, back, spin, and then while you're there, just spin a couple times. Watch your toe. Burn a hole in your knee, your pants. Yeah, I'm dragging my leg a little bit. See how I fixed it with my toe? Can't, I see it because I'm a bit late. So, good, one more time. Watch, drop, back, spin. My foot is bladed side kick pretty much. Otherwise it's gonna be like this and it's a slap. I don't know if you can see, I think you can see my foot. Yeah. You don't want it to be a slap. This is not a sparring kick. This is a kick, sweep somebody's leg kick. Oh, good. Very good. Let's try this side. So your right leg forward, or left leg back. Oh, no, sorry, this one. I confused myself, but here we go. Put your right leg back. I switch on this because habit. Down, hands, extend, sweep. Look at, if you look over your shoulder, not under, don't look under it because you'll drop your foot. Look over your shoulder, there's your target, blade your foot. I got one more time. And you're looking for smooth. Again, I'll do that adage. Slow and smooth, which will be fast. You try to rush it, it'll be a bad kick. Get that leg extended, so when you come through, if you hit, you can stop. If not, you spin out and face. Drop, back, spin. And we'll combo those later on as you get higher to back spin, drop, back spin. But it's the same thing. I go back spin or drop, back spin. I'll say any questions on that. No. Who's got it on here? We got a couple people watching. Good. All right. Anyway, catch it later if you can, please. Oh yeah, comment if you do watch. It's simple. If you want to get credit for the class. Ideally, we'd have you check in yourself, but I was messing with that, and it's too easy to mess up. So we won't have you check in with Kicksite by entering your code, because who knows their member code, their member number. Yeah, I don't either. So yeah, I don't know what the input. All right, good. So those are your kicks. Your new kicks. Work on those. The drop back spin doesn't take any more space than a backside or a back spin. It may take less. It's a shorter kick than you think. Usually people stand way too far behind the kicks. I'll be back. Usually people miss this kick because they think it's a far away kick. They go, oh yeah, it's way too far away. Not even close, right? Not even close. I know it's not close. That was the demo, right? So I need to be almost. I gotta be able to touch that thing. If I can't touch it easily, I can catch it here. I can catch it here, knowing that I need to cover distance. But it's really gonna be the same as that reach. I can front kick it. Drop back spin. That's always fun. Don't do that at home unless you're in the yard or in the garage. And see, I had deep on that one too. So, the way you get your distance on these is you practice. You practice. That's perfect right there. You practice. Paper works great. Piece of paper. You have to be able to suspend it. Have a friend, family member hold it for you. Pop. It'll pop when you hit it right. And when you miss it, it won't. Good. All right, that's some tips. What do we got here? So if you're working on your blue, meaning you're purple now, you're working up to blue. This is all stuff for the 5'10" students. That's what you need to know. Everything in below. Refer to this. Good. What's your form? Yeah? Yeah, it is. Oh, number 5. All right. Let's do a couple hand techniques. Come back, catch a form. And I'm going to cover that part of it, which we don't always cover. And then we'll cover, I'm not going to rehash all the rules that's going to be coming up. I just want you to be aware of them, please, if you're coming to class. Hopefully we've got a little exposure out in public. I know there's a lot of bad examples. That's everywhere in life. Notice those for what they are and don't do them. So be the good example. You know, if the rules are correct, logical, and to keep people safe, follow them. Even if it feels like you're silly wearing a mask. Or you feel like you're not contagious. You don't really know because this has asymptomatic virus. So if you don't know, meaning you have no symptoms. It's a big word for no symptoms. And you don't feel bad. But you're sloughing off virus to people that can catch it and may be adversely affected by it. To be dead. Death. You know, we got over 100,000 in our country alone, which is a lot of people. A lot of people. All right, fighting stance. All right, so what are we going to work on? We're going to work on hand techniques. Let's go from horse stance. Kimon Yase Jundan Jurugi. Right? Horse stance, middle punch. That's probably not the current way to say it, but that's the way we learned it. So, toe up. Kungi Chumbi. Horse stance, middle punch. Kimon Yase Jundan Jurugi. She's up. And start. Left. Punch. All right, good. New hand techniques. We did reach hand was the new hand technique last time, right? It was just coming from the belt. Coming from the belt. You know, if you're fighting, it comes from there. When you're practicing technique, it's coming from the belt. Coordinating, push, pull. Push, pull, always. Right? It's just a traditional way to do this. It's not a way to stand and fight somebody at all. It's a way to work on your horse stance, your quads, your legs, your balance, your power, and generate power with this in this weird limited position. All right, so we did ridge, which is our purple. You did inverted ridge, just to review. Now we're gonna do leopard's paw, which is like, it's our palm heel. It's our palm heel that looks like a paw, right? I'm gonna come closer. You know what a horse stance looks like. Paw. Leopard's paw. And we rotate it and hit with the knuckles of the paw. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah. Good. Good. From horse stance. Good. Very good. All right. Nothing new there. Spinning back fist is going to be in our form. Spinning double block. Yukdo block is in our yukjang. Scissor block, and then reinforce out and in. All right. So we got those. So let's go with. Hey, sir.
How you doing?
Good. Grandma Cecil just walked in. You're on, not on TV, but
Just know I can't.
Going to class. Yes, sir. Good to see you.
I'm going to drop out last week, but I got this.
Hang on a second. Anyway, let's take a 2-minute break. I'll be back. We're still on. Still on. Yeah, so, for the week, next week starting classes again. I don't know if you're wanting to be teaching or not. If you're not, it's fine. I'll get you covered, but if you want to teach, that's great.
I can see how it goes, especially since
That would be the primary one. Same class. We did the same.
yeah. If you're that way, then you can only get Adam to do the Wednesday class.
Adam said he could, yeah, I've got, Adam said he'd be some, Marco said he'd cover some, Max was gonna still be Monday.
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna try it right now.
Sure, great.
Yeah, piano may not be bad.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just get paid.
Oh, I understand.
She said you do online, she had paid for it.
Yes, sir.
I did some out of June. No, we gotta get.
We've been doing, that's what we're doing now, so it's good, and then we got we got about 20 videos
Okay.
stored, so people can go back and watch the old ones.
Okay, I figured stop in and see what's all right. I figured my pack be small anyway.
Yes, we're gonna try to have, you can't have any more than 20.
No.
So that's, people, I need to have people sign up, so I told them that, so we should be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shire
talk about
Johnson.
it.
Oh, yeah, go to we talk.
Yes, sir.
We talk about it,
Yes, sir. All right, cool. All right, hand techniques. We're going to do forms. Again, refer to your guide on hand techniques. All right. Let's do old jump a few times. All right, put up. B. I'll talk to it. I know everybody pretty much knows this, but it's got some peculiarities to it. All right, I'll do it this way. So number 1 is step back to the left, chamber, scissor. Right, that's all right. We'll do that. I recommend if you're having trouble with that, thinking about what leg is, you just go over and over, over and over, until you get your hands in the correct spot. Like if you're doing this, not doesn't look good, right? No. Or here's what that like. Too wide? No. Stay within. So stay within. And again, think of these as chamber, cross, like you're going to do a low block. I mean, if you think about it here, if you think about this, if I did a low block, what's the difference between this and the scissor block? That's it, position-wise. So if I do here, over, scissor, there it is. Instead of being here, I'm here. So one more time. So don't come out here and do it this way. It gets you there, but it's not, you're leaving yourself wide. So come here, here. That's the hard part about it. So the hand's kind of doing that circle block. Yeah, well, think about it, right? Did you even think about that, right? So here we go, 1. Back stand, high, reaching straight up high, coming through, low. So, back stand, pressure go up. Reverse punch, half turn, 1. Back stand 2. Pressure, reverse. Alright, I'm gonna scoot back because I'm gonna be too close. Alright, Joe. Alright, let's start back over. 1 there. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Good. 2. Front stance. Reinforce. Still right here. Okay? Same thing. That hand is out, so it pressures. With a punch spear, straight through. 3/4 turn, back hands outside ball. Punch, punch. Load up chamber. Keep back this. Chamber. Hands out here for my. Do it again. Outside. 1, 2, 3. Load up chamber or side kick. Doesn't matter. Good. Always going to use scissor blocks up the eye. Or down. Scissor from behind. Back stance. Elbow low closed. Elbow low closed. Eye punch. 1. Active rear end. 2. 3. 1. 2. 3. Yeah, so that's your first long form. It's a long form. It has this 3 times, so it comes back really easy to that. Up the eyes are the odd parts, hard parts, hard parts. 2 times, 3 times, whatever. Let's try it again. I'm gonna face the other way. You stay wherever you're at, so you can see. Center up. 2. We go. 1, 2, 6, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back at you. 1. We were in frame. 2, 3, 4. Scissor block anytime up the eye and down the eye. 1. Lower close. Lower close. High one. Back to 2. Sit. Snip. 1, 2, 6. And arm. Go. Good. I would ask any questions on that one, but what am I going to get from you, right? All right, again, if you are doing this, and when you watch this, tell me that you've done it. If it's really late, I might catch it on that you commented on Facebook, excuse me, but I may not. So, send an email, like you're going to do if you have not already. We've had probably 8 to 10 sign up for classes, so we have plenty of room left, but that's almost half. So if we get the classes full, yeah, I will announce that. I will announce it, and you won't be able to come in. You'll have to pick another time. So we pick a time while there's time to be picked. All right. And last thing I have on here before we run out of time in about the last 5 minutes is roll out in the side fall. I know you may be limited in space, so I'll make it work so you can fit. I'll do it facing you forward. Front. If you have room to do that form, you got room to do this. You may not have the surface to do that, but we'll do it from kneeling. All right. Review. Rollouts. I'm going to come at you first. Hands form a triangle. You're on a kneel. Just like we did in the drop back spin. When we're not going back, we're going forward. Hands go down, just like in the drop back spin. Only we're not doing back spin. We're in that position, we're going to go forward. Hands are forward, your toes reaching forward. Don't put them inside here, or you're going to be tight. Reach forward, because you're falling forward. Put your weight on your hands, and roll. Good. And that does cover about the space of the form, I know. So do not roll into anything valuable or sharp or hard. or yeah, don't break anything. All right, one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm in kneeling position, the same position I started in. So that's the thing that tells you did your rollout correct. Now, all right, I'm gonna scoot back even further because I need a little more room so I don't come out of frame. I'm gonna do the same knee. Hands, hand. This time I'm gonna stop. I'm just gonna do it in the side fall. So if you ended up this way or this way, that's fine. All right? Correct it. So the way we would correct it is we do side fall position. One up, my left leg's up, my right leg is down. And it can be down sideways, that's fine. Eventually you're gonna have to correct that because you're gonna hit your bone, malleosis, malleosis, your ankle bone, it's gonna hurt. So here, if you wanna, you're resting here, lean back, boom. Good, if you're doing side fall again, you're here, right? So this is my finishing point in roll out side fall. inside, and I can make this tight. I just don't always want you to practice. If you're struggling with rollouts, focus on the rollout. Not, you make it tight. This is simulating being thrown at a very controlled rate. If I go this way, the screen's bigger this way, or longer this way. Roll it up. Side fall. Yeah, it's a foot fall. Start at the beginning of a foot fall. Roll out. Side fall. Don't do it that way if you have a hard surface. Do it in that position. Perfect position. Good. This way. Yeah. And good. All right, good. Grab my papers. What else do we got here? I think that's it. Covering everything from fourth, whoop, except for the back sheet. You should be working that for breaks, etiquette, all that good stuff. All right. Again, look for another announcement because I'm going to solicit. I'm going to send the guidelines back out. It's class times. The opportunity to sign up for specific classes. If you're a beginner, 5-10 for the most part. And if you're not, you're advanced and not teaching, 6 o'clock. Hop Keto, you know who you are. Good. Questions, you can comment below the video, of course. And comments, comment below the video. And tell us you were here. All right. So Monday, June 1st. Let's start. You should see, and if you haven't seen invoices for those that you monthly, you get those. Appreciate it if you can pay those. That's help us out a lot. It's been a couple months, 3 months since we've had consistent any classes in person other than video. So, all right. I think that's it. Master Lewis has you on Monday. All right. I may be here too. We'll see. It's about to go. All right. Good job.